KTJ has always been something special and important to me, and just after kickstarting it with my team, it has been nothing but great feedback. The concept of KTJ was conceived to complement a value chain need of my startup called Royal Demure. Royal Demure is a crowdfunding platform that helps market and crowdfund unique fashion pieces originally designed by aspiring fashion designers across the world. The opportunity to support and empower homemakers took shape about 1 to 2 years ago when Royal Demure started working with home-based tailors. Ever since then, the company started to develop a program with the objective to enable women to earn a side income through sewing. We now support single women and stay-at-home moms by providing them the tailoring skills to enable them to take sewing jobs and make a side income from the comfort of their own home.
Boleh bagi nama, umur, tempat tinggal dan pendapatan isi rumah. Nama saya Siti Aisyah binti Sadudin. Umur saya 27 tahun. Tempat tinggal saya Taman Bukit Segar Ceras. Pendapatan isi rumah RM2,000.
Nama saya Nabila binti Umur 74 tahun. Tinggal dekat Balongong. Pendapatan isi rumah sebanyak RM3,000.
Apa latar belakang apa? Apakah kenapa pertama suka mengenai KTJ? Kenapa pertama saya mengenai KTJ dapat membantu ibu tunggal dan suri rumah sepenuh masa seperti saya.
Saya pun dapat dalam pertama saya tahu pasal KTJ ni, saya rasa tempat ni bagus untuk saya belajar ilmu jahitan lagi. Lepas tu boleh dalam masa yang sama saya boleh dapatkan order untuk
Bagaimana akak tahu tentang KTJ? Saya dapat tahu tentang KTJ daripada Facebook.
sama saya daripada
Bila akak mula bekerja dengan KTJ dan bagaimana pengalaman akak setakat ini? Saya mula bekerja dengan KTJ pada 27 bulan 6, 2018. Dan pengalaman saya setakat ini, alhamdulillah banyak improvekan KTJ saya untuk saya yang masih baru lagi dalam bidang jahitan.
saya mula bekerja dengan KTJ seminggu selepas raya, kiranya dalam lebih kurang sebulan lah. Pengalaman setakat ni bagus. KTJ bagi order yang desain-desain baru, so saya dapat pengalaman baru, dapat improvekan lagi saya.
Adakah KTJ penting bagi akak? Sekiranya kenapa? Penting sebab boleh meningkatkan lagi ilmu skill jahitan saya dan tambah pendapatan suri rumah seperti saya.
Ya, bagi saya penting sebab dapat bagi income dekat suri rumah yang ada ilmu dalam jahitan. Dalam masa yang sama juga dapat bagi ilmu kepada yang tak ada pengalaman tu, tambah pengalaman.
Adakah akak akan terus bekerja dengan KTJ untuk jangka panjang? Ya, saya akan bekerja dengan KTJ untuk jangka panjang.
Ya, saya pun akan bekerja dengan
Dan jika terdapat peningkatan untuk KTJ, apa yang akak boleh cadangkan kepada kami? Saya cadangkan KTJ meluaskan lagi cawangan pada satu Malaysia untuk memberi peluang kepada suri rumah dan ibu tunggal dalam mencari pendapatan.
saya cadangkan KTJ dapat bagi bantuan ke peruntukan, tak sepenuhnya pun tak apa, untuk dalam nak beli mesin ke, nak dapatkan apa-apa berkaitan dengan jahitan, dan dapat memperkembangkan lagi komuniti jahit.
Itu saja. Terima kasih.
Sama.
Welcome to Malaysia, Makan Central of the world. Unfortunately, 50,000 tons of food is wasted daily. That's enough to feed 2.2 million people 3 meals a day. Introducing Grub Cycle, the app that combats food wastage. Almost expired food items from the supermarket saved with Grub groceries. Out of shape fruits and veggies rescued by Grub Homemade. And that slice of cake from the restaurant wasted, not with Grub Bites. Grub Cycle is a platform that helps you buy surplus food at a bargain price. And the best thing about it is 10% of the profits goes to subsidizing basic necessities for low-income families. In other words, for every purchase, you reduce your expenses, save the environment, and help the less fortunate. At Team Grub Cycle, they don't plan on slowing down anytime soon. So what are you waiting for? Download the app now and do your part.
There's 15,000 metric tons of food wastage generated daily in Malaysia. 3,000 tons of the amount is untouched, edible leftover food that could feed more than 2 million people. But still, there are people who are struggling with daily food nutrition, especially those who are less than fortunate. How can we channel all this to the people who need it most? Enter Grub Cycle. Grub Cycle creates value for food by channeling unsold food products that is still fit for public consumption, thus reducing overall food wastage in Malaysia. The proceeds that we get will be used to subsidize half the price of Grub bags, which consists of basic food necessities such as rice, cooking oil, salt, sugar, and eggs for lower income communities. Buy surplus food products from us or help subsidize a Grub bag today. Check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and email us at www.grubcycle.my for more details. And tell your friends about us. You can make a difference.
Nobody likes to see good food go to waste. And sometimes it feels like there's nothing you can do about it. Every day, there's up to 15,000 tons of food that go to waste. That's enough to fill the Petronas Towers in just 18 days. Imagine if there's a way to take better care of the food we already have. That's where Grub Cycle comes in. For a bargain price, you can buy great food that's at risk of being thrown out in restaurants, cafes, and grocery stores. In the app, you'll see where there's food to save near you. Choose something delicious and pay directly in the app. You can choose to pick it up as takeaway or have it delivered straight to your doorstep. Grub Cycle makes it easy for everyone to take part in making the environment a better place, while saving money and eating good food. We always say we value food. Now it's time for us to show it. Download the app and start saving food.
Hello there, I am Suyan.
And I'm Alex. We're co-founders of My Readers, and we're glad you have decided to be part of this movement to help children gain literacy skills.
We started My Readers as a social initiative while we were still teachers in high-needs secondary schools. We were crushed by the endless student-related challenges we faced in school. We realized that the common root cause was the alarmingly low rate of literacy among students whom we taught.
One may be 15 years old and yet be reading at kindergarten level. Our further research confirmed our experience in school. PISA 2012 report shows that Malaysia ranked 59 out of 65 countries in relation to literacy. Something has to be done. After all, literacy of our younger generation affects everyone. Literacy is a huge word. What do we mean when we say that one is literate? At My Readers, we deem one to be literate when one is able to read a prose or passage and comprehend its contents. When we go down to school, our first step is to assess the students. It's like going for a health check. We would like to know how literate are the target students. To answer the said question, we run through a series of checks. Number 1, can the student read and understand the passages? If yes, he or she is functionally literate, and if no, we ask the next question. 2, can the student read a sentence fluently? If yes, he or she only needs to work on his comprehension, and if no, we know he has a problem with fluency, but there may be a deeper problem. Let's ask the next question to find out. 3, can the students identify sounds of the letters? If yes, perhaps students are struggling with putting the sounds of the letters together to form a word. However, if no, it is then clear that the students do not know the sounds of the letters. Knowing the results from the above checks will help us tune where intervention is needed most. For the intervention, we have developed a workbook in which you can use to work on a student's literacy rate. Our workbooks are built based on a 4-stage question asked previously. They are phonics, blending, fluency, and finally, comprehension. Check out our other videos to find out more. Hi, I'm Alex from My Readers. Student mentor roles. Your mentors are undeniably your greatest assets. As teachers, we have limited capacity to administer help on every child. This is where your student mentors come to your rescue. They will help you to guide your individual students in reading. Allow me to touch on the selection of student mentors. They essentially should be people whom you trust and are capable of running your reading sessions in your absence. This is not to say that you should let them run the show, but we understand that as teachers, there may be times we are required to attend to emergencies. Do we then call the sessions off? The student mentors you have selected should be able to assist you in these circumstances. And it is in these moments that they are given the opportunity to exercise leadership. We use the 5 R's when it comes to qualities of a student mentor. During our training sessions, we would challenge our student mentors to rise up to these 5 R's. First one, respectful. Our students need to exemplify respect for their lesser proficient peers whom they are helping, not just by seeing them as lesser beings, but also respecting time which we are all investing in. Reliable. Student mentors are reliable persons. Should an unforeseen circumstance arise, our student mentors should be able to fill in any gaps to ensure the reading session carries on. Responsible. I often tell my student mentors that when they are paired with a target student, he or she should also take ownership and responsibility of the target student's reading improvement. In short, our student mentors should be empowered so they can do all they can in their capacity to ensure maximum reading growth of their mentees. If it means catching their mentees in recess in addition to reading sessions, then by all means do so. Just inform the teachers. Resourceful. Our brain breaks in another video are exhaustive, but resourceful student mentors do not wait to be spoon-fed by ourselves. If he or she feels like there might be a more effective brain break or reading strategy, he or she should be encouraged to research on his or her own on the internet. Resilient. Finally, we always caution our teachers and student mentors that this reading program is a marathon and not a sprint. And the program normally stretches over a year. There will be times when session gets a bit dry, motivation runs low, but a student mentor is resilient and understands the long-term value in seeing their mentees improve in reading. There are a few reminders here for our student mentors. Number one, we believe in an immersive learning experience. You're most probably the only opportunity in which this student gets to hear English being spoken. Make full use of it. We highly encourage you to use only English in your sessions. You might need to be more animated in your descriptions. By all means, do not use another language unless it's a matter of extreme urgency. And even then, reinforce it with the English equivalent. 2. Only refer to the letters of the alphabet by the sounds and not the name. Say A instead of A. Say S instead of S. Our students most likely know their ABCs. They, however, may not know the sounds of the individual letters. There are instances where students are asked to read a passage and they end up spelling out all the letters that make up the words without reading it, which is our goal. It is therefore imperative that we help them pick up phonic sounds as soon as possible. 3. Be goal-oriented. Our students are here to achieve at least 2 years of reading growth in that span of program time. The pre-program diagnostics will inform us of their current proficiency, and our goal is to help them achieve 2 years of reading growth in that amount of time. Our record has shown that there were students who managed to make growth of 7 years in 6 months. Take time on a daily basis to talk about this goal with them every now and then. 4. The I do, we do, and you do principle. Everything in our materials will require you to first model out the reading, I do. And this will be followed by the students attempting to read with your help, we do. And finally, students must be able to attempt reading the entire text on their own, you do. Failing which, the cycle must be repeated. That is, you must remodel it again and students attempting it. Only progress to the subsequent page when student is able to read the entire text independently. These are some of the ways your student mentors can help you. Bring the books. Make sure the books are ready for the session. Let them know where the books can be found. 2. Gather the students. 3. Take attendance. 4. Help you track progress of individual students. Each student progresses at their own pace. Their progress should be recorded. Number 5, assign them to keep all the books again. I want to end with a story of a group of student mentors whom we had the privilege of working with. This is a group of girls from a quaint fishing and farming village at Merbok Kedah. They were naturally brought up to be shy and demure, to be seen and not be heard. But we had to persuade them to become student mentors. No one told them that we were so persistent simply because they were our only possible candidate. We simply had to make this happen. These girls went from being shy to becoming champions who would hunt down my target students, drag them from their hiding places, and get them to my reading sessions. They also successfully pitched for funds from a National Social Challenge Cup and finished first runner-up, bringing home 5,000 ringgit Malaysia. We strongly believe that in this program, everybody wins. It's not only the case that target students gain literacy. Teachers gain professional development in program management, while student mentors gain most by developing their leadership skills. I often tell my student mentors that when they craft their CV, when applying for scholarships, it is insufficient to merely state that they have joined XYZ activities or they were presidents of ABC societies. The question we should all be interested in is, what did you accomplish in that capacity? Through our programs with administration of our diagnostics, students are able to articulate how much an improvement they made on their peers. For example, I helped my friend improve by 3 years of reading proficiency in 6 months. When you articulate your impact in such clear terms, you also demonstrated your analytical skills. This is all from us today, and we wish you all the best at running your reading program. Do not hesitate to reach out to us for further help through Facebook or Instagram. See you next time.